Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota. I'm both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages as I will shoot you out some luck as you get on after in some of this fantastic bingo we have in store for you guys. As we get after in this game, we got a $4,034 major prize at 52 balls or less, meaning that minor jackpot will not be available in this game. Won't be available till game 2 when it clicks up to 54 balls or less. You also got that mega jackpot at 48 balls or less. $37,000 there on that mega. I know we are excited to see how this continues to go down as we get these balls dropping right here, right now. As we get after, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our great players that are always here out there playing Pilot games, as we have given out 21 live bingo jackpots over the last 7 days and 356 jackpots so far in this season 16. It's been a fantastic season as we were able to give out 0 jackpots yesterday after a crazy weekend, but with boatloads of jackpot prizes as we had the extended weekend, Thursday all the way through Sunday. We saw a bunch of great jackpots go out throughout that time, including a $70,000 mega jackpot that was a lot of fun to see go out on a fun Thanksgiving. But no jackpots yesterday, so we hope to be able to add to that list today as we play through a boatload of great bingo prizes. As you guys compete through these games, I would like to give you a little reminder to give our Facebook page a like and follow. By doing that, you'll be able to stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games on that search bar and click on our logo. You'll be able to see even more there as you can click on the link tree on that Facebook page, which has all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play Pilot games. Our other social media links connecting you to our Twitter as well as Instagram. My favorite place to see those player pictures is on that Instagram. And even more there as well. Really just the hub of all things Pilot Games available on that social media page. We'd love for you to check it out. We are currently getting after in this game right here. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to get after it in this matchup, as we wait and see who can take home our awesome prize. We got about 50 balls dropped here as YLE777 is right now 3 balls away. As well as Try Me is leading the charge as well. We'll see if Try Me can keep this thing going as we continue to get after it. As we continue to get after it, I would actually, I'm going to be highlighting our entire live bingo schedule in just a little bit. Not quite yet because we are about to give out this prize, but afterwards I'll be highlighting our 12 all the way till 10 p.m. bingo schedule that is going to be chock full of great prizes throughout today. But in this game, we have $16.60 going out. Let's see who gets that lucky win, with B9 being the lucky final ball, as Phil M over the Sportsman's Pub is taking home $16.60. Congratulations to you, Phil M. We will now be getting enrolled into our game number 2. Game number 2, that minor jackpot will be growing as it clicks up from 52 to 54 balls or less, finally becoming available as we get enrolled into this game. And as we do so, I'd like to get into our bingo schedule. We'll be playing some great game day bingo here live with you guys from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. At 1 o'clock, I will be letting you guys go off air as you'll play a game of Lucky 4 bingo at 1 o'clock. You'll have a shot at $72,366 in that game. That will lead you into more game day bingo. That will run from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. as you'll get a second shot at Lucky 4 bingo at 4 o'clock. Our 4 for 4 deal, as I like to call it, shout out Wendy's, as the $72,000 could be even larger by the time you play at that 4 p.m. time if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. I'll be back here once again playing more game day bingo from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. as we'll once again work on that minor, major, and mega prize. Some great stuff there. At 6 o'clock, you'll then get your third and final opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo. Could be the largest jackpot available today, as it's already at $72,000, and it would have grown if it didn't go out at 1 or at 4. It's going to be a real nice prize at 6. That will lead you into more game day bingo. That game day bingo normally runs from 6 all the way till 10 p.m., but today it will be a little different because we are celebrating an awesome MegaSota game night at 6:40 p.m. So, getting started right at 6:40 p.m., you'll get a little Pride of Minnesota action. That is the high-low game of the evening. In a high-low matchup, the best player in the state takes home a first-place prize. But the shakeup of the game is that the worst player in the state also takes home the exact same prize. It is a great opportunity there. That will lead you into more PGL matchups, as you'll then play Fishing Derby at 6:55. 2 games of game day bingo before you get more PGL action with Open Season at 7:25. A little Winter Wonderland at 7:50, as 8:05 will bring you your final PGL matchup game of MegaSota Game Night, as you'll get a shot at 27,000. Actually, $29,296, and that's before a single player gets enrolled. It's a great opportunity there. Afterwards, you'll hop into more game day bingo that will finish off your night all the way till 10 p.m. Should be some great live bingo. We do like to have PGL specialty nights twice a week, though. Not just MegaSota Game Night happening tonight at 6:40, but also tomorrow night will be another PGL specialty night with our Wild Wednesday. That gets started at 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. Lots of great opportunities there, as we'll try and give out some great prizes throughout that time, and try and have a great games, giving out PGL points, prizes galore. Should be a great time celebrating our Minnesota Wild at 7 p.m. this Wednesday. So come out for Wild Wednesday, MegaSota Game Night. Either of them are great opportunities to take home PGL specialty points, as you can earn points to those standings if you get signed up at pgl.world. Not just that, you also get a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information, so check that stuff out. As we continue to have balls drop in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo, we'll be seeing who can end up taking home this awesome prize. As we work on this great game, I would like to quickly hop into a little bit of our first national days, as our first national day is actually a world day. It's World Trick Shot Day. Get ready for World Trick Shot Day on the first Tuesday of December. The famous Harlem Globetrotters, the originators of the trick shot, bring this celebration to give enthusiasts a chance to showcase their most impressive shots. It's definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. Also, shout out the Harlem Globetrotters, as they were always able to create these amazing trick shots that were so fun to watch and captivated crowds. Also, I always think of Dude Perfect, as if anybody watches any kind of YouTube, especially in the early, I would say, when did they get started? In 2009 is when Dude Perfect got started, and they have been creating YouTube videos of trick shots ever since. It is a fantastic YouTube video that YouTube group that I've always enjoyed ever since they were doing trick shots in their backyards off of trampolines to them making trick shots off of the top of stadiums. It's always fun. We do have our split win here, as $21.10 is getting split up between Jer Bear and TRF Slots. They're both splitting up $21.10, as a Jer Bear plays over. Oh, well, I won't be highlighting where they play at, but great players taking home that awesome must-go prize, as we now get enrolled into this game number 3. This game 3 will now have that minor jackpot at 56 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to compete in this game, waiting to see who could take home this awesome prize. But World Trick Shot Day is the best one to be able to, is a great one to be able to highlight here on today, and try your best trick shot. Maybe it's not quite the trick shot into the basketball court or whatever it may be. Maybe it's just you creating your own trick shot to toss your paper waste into the recycling bin. Whatever it may be, it is an awesome one to be able to highlight. Let's find out some Well, actually, not much more to talk about on the Trick Shot Day. So, happy World Trick Shot Day as we move on to our next national day, National Day of Giving. National Day of Giving encourages giving back. It takes place the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. This is a great one to be able to highlight as giving back is just a part of the season. As it gets into the December time, I feel like it's more and more prevalent to volunteer at homeless shelters, go out and participate in food drives. There's many opportunities to give out, especially during this time of the year. And so go out there. Maybe it's a shoe drive. There's lots of different ways to go out there and give back to your communities throughout this entire giving season. So it's a great one. Volunteer your time, maybe financially give, or give the gift of a warm meal to somebody. It is an awesome one to highlight on National Day of Giving. We are starting to get balls dropping in this game, number 3. We got that minor jackpot at $116, 56 balls or less. $4,074 for the major prize at 52 balls or less, and a mega jackpot of $37,313 at 48 balls or less. We also got that Musco prize at $19 as well. We should continue to have a lot of fun in this game. We right now got BKJE, 17 balls away. That could be an 8. I have no idea. Over at the All-Star Sports, so great job to you. We do have one more national day to be able to highlight here with you guys in this awesome game number 3, as it is National Roof Over Your Head Day. National Roof Over Your Head Day was created as a day to be thankful for what you have, starting with the roof over your head. There are many things that we have that we take for granted, and do not stop to appreciate how fortunate we are for having them. Absolutely, this is a very important one to be able to highlight. Having that roof over your head means so much to us, and we don't even realize it every single day. As having a roof over your head just is one of those simple necessities, something that many of us have just always lived with and never really thought twice about, that there are people out there that don't get that same luxury. And so we appreciate all the different daily necessities that are granted to us, in whether it's the place we live, the situations that we have been able to come upon, or whatever it may be, as this kind of really goes hand in hand with National Giving Day, as us who have abundance try to give on today. It is a great one to be able to highlight, whether it's abundance of time, abundance of money, abundance of food, abundance of skill to be able to help people with something. It's giving and appreciating is all today stands for. So awesome one to be able to highlight, and maybe even appreciate that nice trick shot on today as well. We're going to come to the back end of this game 3. We're going to see who can take home our awesome prize in this game, as we got 60 balls now dropped in this matchup. And on that 60th ball, we're giving out a prize to win over at the Muddy Cow Shakopee. Congratulations to you, Win, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting enrolled into this next game as that minor jackpot continues to grow, now clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. We'll see if we can give it out at 58 balls or less, as it really gets into a winnable range, I feel like, from 58 balls or less on. That's really where I start to keep my eye out on that minor jackpot. Already at $150 there, and it's growing as you guys get enrolled over the next minute and 45 seconds. We should continue to have a lot of fun. As we have some fun right here, I would like to talk about some Vikings news, as the Vikings were searching for an offensive rhythm well past halftime. After Aaron Jones had another early turnover, you kind of thought, what is going to go down here in this game? Will we get our first loss in 4 games? Well, this confident and connected and resilient team didn't flinch. Sam Darnold's second touchdown pass of the second half went to Jones for Minnesota's first lead with 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining. And the Vikings rallied from a 13 points deficit to beat the Arizona Cardinals 23-22 on Sunday for their 5th straight victory. Sam Darnold has been absolutely huge for us, and in these moments, we're where everybody needs him, said Kevin O'Connell. Darnold passed for 104 of his 235 yards in the fourth quarter against a blitz-heavy Cardinal defense, showing off that poise that he showed even last week, where he went 6 for 6, 90 yards against Chicago in overtime. So poise has been the name of the game for Darnold, who even had to deal with a sack-happy team who had got 5 sacks against our Vikings and denied us the end zone until 1 minute and 17 seconds left in the third quarter, where Darnold found Johnny Ment in the end zone. That was the second offensive touchdown against Arizona in a span of 15 quarters. And so they've been playing some pretty stout defense. So for us to be able to score 2 touchdowns in that time was great to be able to see. Absolutely huge stuff for our Minnesota Vikings, as I was worried about that game going up against the Cardinals. I mean, we're talking about a team that is not a shabby team. They were much better than the previous 4 teams that we had played in the Titans, Bears, all those matchups. Really, they were the best team we've played over that time, and it was a neck-and-neck matchup, but to be able to pull it out was absolutely huge. And that's kind of been the calling card for Kevin O'Connell. He has won since taking over this team. He has been a guy that wins those one-score games, which is absolutely huge. He brings the best out of his players, and that's been awesome to be able to see. Other great stuff coming from Vikings camp is the Vikings designate Will Reichard and Andrew DePola to return to practice. That's great to be able to see, as our special teams unit has been in very short order. On Tuesday, the team announced that they have designated kicker Will Reichard and long snapper Andrew DePola to return to practice. Both of them have been on injury reserve for the past 4 weeks, with DePola dealing with a hand injury and Reichard dealing with a quad issue. Both players were injured on the injury reserve following the Vikings' victory over Indianapolis in Week 9. Designating them for return means that the Vikings have opened their 21-day window to be placed on the 53-man roster and go back to IR, which would end their seasons. In their absence, the Vikings have replaced them with their replacements have actually performed pretty well. Veteran long snapper Jake McQuaid hasn't encountered any glaring issues, while kicker John Parker Romo has provided reliable kicking in Reichard's stead. He has gone 11 for 12 on field goals attempts this season, including game winners against Jacksonville and Chicago, and went 7 for 8 on extra point attempts. There hasn't been a time frame established for either player to be added back into the roster, but the window is now open, and so we'll see what goes down there. Glad to see those guys getting back in there, even though we haven't really had to deal with a huge amount of issues with them being gone. It is good to know that our guys that we trust and have started for our team are going to be back in the purple and gold by the end of the season. We do have $33.10 going out in this game to Patriot over at VFW Bland. Congratulations in taking that home in 60 balls. A great win for you, Patriot, as we now get enrolled into our game number 5. This game 5 will have a minor jackpot clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. Should be a fun game that we'll be getting after here, as you guys just have 1 minute and 50 seconds to get after it. But fun stuff. Vikings have been playing some really good football, and we're going to want to play some more good football as we take on a little bit of a revenge matchup, a fun game due to the fact that we're going up against Kirk Cousins, who left us to go to the Atlanta Falcons. And we'll be taking on the Atlanta Falcons this Sunday at 12 p.m. in Minneapolis. Should be a really fun matchup there. I know I'm excited to see how this goes down. As again, the Falcons are a pretty good team. I put them in the same stratosphere as the Cardinals, and we saw how close that game went down to. I mean, a 1-point differential. And so we'll see if we can play some better things, but we are more familiar with Sam Darnold than we are with with Kirk Cousins than we are with Kyler Murray of sorts. And so maybe we'll be able to outperform them, or maybe he knows our defense pretty well. You never know with these kind of things, even though we've had a huge turnover on defense, and this defense has looked completely different without him. I'm excited to see how it all goes down. Send some luck out to our Minnesota Vikings by playing the awesome E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. You can even pick a letter in the skull bonus round to see if you take home some of those awesome Hail Mary jackpots. Currently, we are getting enrolled into this Game 5, $210 for that minor prize at 60 balls or less. As you guys play through these games of Game Day Bingo, you're actually earning points towards the Game Day Bingo standings. Currently in our standings, we have in 10th place Mike over at American Legion Brooklyn Center with 91,000 points. With 100,000 points in 9th place, we got Fast Eddie over at Hiller's Last Call Liquor. 8th place is 6'9 T-Bird over at the Lookout Bar and Grill with 101,000 points. With 106,000 points in 6th place, we actually have a two-way tie. That's between longtime player Yags370 over the sidetrack and other longtime player Jerbear over at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill. Can't wait to see who breaks out of that tie. 5th place is Maggie over at the Heartland University with 107,000 points. As Vinny over at the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley sits with 109,000 points. With 177,000 points in 3rd place, we got Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza in Sports Bar Burnsville. As Mimi over at the L&M Bar sits in 2nd with 212,000 points. 1st place is Call Me Jen over at JR Mac as they really lead this game as they sit with 379,000 Game Day Bingo points. Great job to Call Me Jen and all of those players. We'll have a lot of fun while playing these games of Game Day Bingo. Currently in this game, we got El Jefe, Snorky, and Papa Can leading the charge as now 8KJE is now 10 balls away. As we continue to work through this game, I would like to now move on to the top locations to play Game Day Bingo at. 10th place is the Old Piper in Blaine with 176,000 Game Day Bingo points. With 192,000 Game Day Bingo points in 9th place, we got Danny's Dugout. The Lookout Bar and Grill sits in 8th with 205,000 points. As 7th place is the Sidetrack with 225,000 points. With 246,000 points in 6th place, we have the Riverboat Depot. As VFW Spring Lake Park sits in 5th with 269,000 points. 4th place is Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 273,000 points. As 3rd place sits with 303,000 points, and that's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 2nd place is the L&M Bar with 306,000 Game Day Bingo points. As our number 1 location, with a lead on the rest of the crew, we have JR Mac with 463,000 Game Day Bingo points. Great job to JR Mac and all of those awesome locations that have won so many great points throughout this season. It has been fun to be able to watch those locations really dominate. We do have our winner here in this awesome game number 5 as Renegade over at the Cornerstone Pub and Prime is taking home $211.49. Congratulations to you, Renegade, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. As we will now be getting enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot clicking back from 60 to 52 balls or less. But the Must-Go prize will remain in this awesome double Must-Go opportunity. I know I am excited to see which one of our great players ends up taking this one home. As we get through this game number 6, the halfway point of these games, I would like to also give a quick shout out to our E-Tabs. Those are our non-live bingo matchups, which you have the opportunity to choose from over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games on those iPads. You can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5, with also bonus and free play rounds in those games. We'd love for you to be checking them out. The E-Tab game I will be highlighting today will be Buku Bucks. You can head to the woods in search of big bucks. Play beer pong at deer camp or test your shooting skills in the Buku Bucks hunting bonus and win trophy prizes. It's a great time there as you guys are out there. A lot of you guys, big hunters out there getting after it, finding your own big bucks wherever you hunt. You can find some big bucks at the awesome bar that you're playing at with Buku Bucks as well. We got under a minute to get enrolled into this game number 6. And as we do so, I'd like to give a quick highlight in our Minnesota Wild news. As Jared Spurgeon scored with 1 minute into overtime, and the Minnesota Wild beat the Nashville Predators 3-2 on Saturday night. Kirill Kaprizov and Declan Chris Holmes also scored for the Wild, who are now 5-1-1 in their last 7 games. Filip Gustavsson had another very good game where he stopped 25 shots on the goal. Very impressive stuff for our Wild, and we hope to continue having a lot of success there, as our Minnesota Wild have been are now the number 1 team in the AL Central Division. Yeah, the number 1 team right there. So great to see us sitting in that Western Central Division at the number 1 spot. We are tied with the Winnipeg Jets currently, as they sit with their 18-7, as we sit at 16-4-4, both with 36 points so far this season. Well, that means this next game is even more important, as today our Wild are going to be taking on the Canucks. Should be an interesting matchup for us, as we will wait and see who ends up getting that win there, as I know our Wild are favored in that matchup, but they're no slouches, sitting at 13-7-3. We are a 1.5 goal favorite, with the over-under sitting at 5.5. We'll see who can end up getting the win, and we'll be expecting big performances really from our number 1 player, Kirill Kaprizov, who has been a dynamic player so far this season. My score prediction for tonight's matchup will be another low-scoring game where we end up with a victory 3-1 against the Canucks. We'll see if we could end up getting that win there. That means we cover the spread as well as we stick under the over-under. So, interesting stuff. But if you guys want to send some luck out to our Minnesota Wild as they get ready for the Canucks, you guys can play the awesome eTab game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for. That eTab is called Let's Go Wild. You can check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can score yourself one of those awesome jackpot prizes. It's definitely a fantastic time there. It is a fun game. It's one of my personal favorites. As someone who never played hockey growing up, I do think it's fun to get out there and try your own Slapshot to see if you can score. And I know that's probably sacrilege for you guys out there in Minnesota, as I feel like everybody's played hockey out there. I mean, it is the state of hockey. So, great stuff. Play Let's Go Wild, a great hockey-themed eTab. We are getting after it here. We got 47 balls dropped in this matchup, as we already got players 4 balls away. We'll see if any of them can take home this awesome double must-go prize, as still we got players in line to take home. No longer players in line to take home the major prize, as we will be solely focused now on the must-go of $73. Not too shabby in this game number 6. We'll see if Win or PGV for fun are both 2 balls away. Who will get those lucky 2 balls to fall? Joining up with them is Eagle Eye and Win, also there as well. Now, Nurse Peg is right now 1 ball away over at the Lakewood Tavern. Can that lucky ball go out there for them? $73 will be going out to our great winner of this game, Eagle Eye, over at Dawn's Corner Bar. Great job to you, Eagle Eye, taking home that awesome must-go win, double must-go win, I should say, as you guys now get enrolled into this next game. I'll be taking a break as you guys play through the next 2 games of Game Day Bingo, but I'll be back in just a little bit to give out some more of these fantastic bingo prizes. Hello, guys, and I am back for more of this awesome game day bingo action. We should continue to have a lot of fun here as we just finished up 2 games of game day bingo where we saw some nice must-go prizes go out. In this game, we currently have $109 available on that minor jackpot at 58 balls or less, a great ball count. Major prize at $4,237, 52 balls or less, and a $37,477 mega prize at 48 balls or less. As we get after it, I'll be moving on to some of our awesome prizes that we gave out while I was gone. The first one went out to Call Me Jen over the Bet and Shop and Rail House, as they took home $19.60. Great job to our #1 game day bingo player, Call Me Jen. We then saw another great prize go out in that following game, as $16.80 got split up between Bob over at Carboni's Pizza Bar and Grill Lakeville and TRF Slots over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls, each taking home $88.40 there. Great job to both of our winners. Definitely some fun stuff there as we continue to have a blast here competing for some great wins. As we compete for some great wins, I got some fun movies that were released on today. I don't know if I'd necessarily call them fun, but I think they are really quality movies, as we only have 2 of them, but it's a pretty quality list as we start with the 2004 thriller mystery, The Machinist. Factory worker Trevor Resnick suffers from insomnia so severe that his condition has taken its toll on his weight and his mental health. When Trevor unintentionally causes an on-the-job accident that horribly injures a coworker, he begins to become even more trouble. Despite a relationship with Stevie, Trevor descends further into paranoia, blaming his problems on the enigmatic figure named Ivan. This is a really interesting one. This is honestly one of those movies that I purely remember for the fact that Christian Bale lost and got super skinny for this role, like insanely skinny for the role, and then gained, I think it was like 90 pounds for Batman just like the following year, and just he was pumping out these works, and this came out in between Batman movies, and I thought it was insane. Just the transformation that he had was by the commitment to the roles that he had was not next to none. So really impressive stuff for Christian Bale in his role. It's kind of, in my opinion, the peak of his movies were during these early 2000s where he was really putting out these quality works. And The Machinist, one of those works, came out on today in 2004. Another movie also came out on today in 2010. It's the horror drama Black Swan. Before I talk more about Black Swan, we are about to give out a prize, as ODF is still in line to take home this minor jackpot. Does it go out right here? No. We'll be moving on to our must-go prize of $20.90, as we have multiple players 1 ball away. N32? No, not our lucky ball. But it ends up being I-26. That is our final ball to drop, as DDF over at the Long Bridge and Bob over at Carboni's Pizza Bar and Grill Lakeville. They're splitting up $20.90 in that great win, each taking home, let me think, about $10.45. Great job to both you guys as we now get enrolled into this next game. Minor jackpot will be at 60 balls or less as we head into this game number 10. We'll see if we can end up giving it out in this matchup. But Black Swan came out on today in 2010. Nina is a ballerina whose passion for dance rules every facet of her life. When the company's artistic director decides to replace his prima ballerina for the opening production of Swan Lake, Nina is his first choice. She has a competition in newcomer Lily. However, when Nina is perfect for the role of the White Swan, Lily personifies the Black Swan. As rivalry between the two dancers transforms into a twisted friendship, Nina's dark side begins to emerge. This stars as Natalie Portman as Nina and Mila Kunis as Lily in this work. You also have Winona Ryder starring in this movie as well. Sebastian Stan is in this movie. Very, very big cast in this work that follows 2 ballerinas I know it's based off of an animated work. Um, okay, it actually revolves around a real person. I didn't know, but I knew there was a animated work that was very very similar. Perfect Blue, which is considered really really good as well. But Black Swan released on today in 2010. We are about to get enrolled into this next game of Wild Theme Game Day Bingo, and as we get after it, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our PGL players. If you want to be one of those players, a part of our Pilot Gambling League, you just got to sign up at pgl.world. As a member, you'll compete for points on our PGL specialty nights, like tonight at 6:40 p.m. We got a MegaSota game night with a bunch of PGL points on the line. You could also get a monthly newsletter once you signed up that has a ton of awesome info that you won't want to miss. Currently, we have a great PGL standings that I would love to cover, as I'll start off with our top 10 players. 10th place is Jim P. over the Third Crossing Bar and Grill with 1,062,565 points. With 1,155,295 points in 9th place, we got Drumskeet at the Underground Bar and Grill. 8th place is Mad Dog over the Lincoln Depot, as they sit with 1,226,105 points. With 1,255,870 points in 7th place, we got Cal Peace over at the Dayton Bar and Grill. 6th place is Rakuda over at Devo Sandbar, sitting with 1,287,195 points. 5th place is Nelly over at Brian's Bar and Grill, as they sit with 1,331,435 points. With 1,341,234 points in 4th place, we got Keese over at the Midtown Bar and Grill. 3rd place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill, as they sit with 1,362,474 points. 2nd place is Bassy Blings at the Wheelhouse, as they sit with 1,456,925 points. But our number one player in the PGL standings is none other than Hermie over the Atomic Star Tavern, as they sit with 1,773,330 points. Great job to Hermie and all of those PGL players that have earned so many points throughout this season. It has been so fun to watch you guys really compete in those specialty nights. And just a quick reminder that we do have a specialty night tonight at 6:40 p.m. with that MegaSota game night. Well, before I get into the location side of the standings, we are coming to a close in this game right here. One ball away from taking home the major jackpot. You're still taking home the minor prize, but man, were you close. We got TRF Slots over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls, taking home $146.30. Congratulations to you, TRF Slots, as we now get enrolled into a game number 11. This game 11 will have a double must-go prize available in it, as we already had really close to $30 available on that must-go prize. You guys are just going to be adding to it as you get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. Should be a lot of fun as we try and give out this next prize here in just a little bit. As we get after it, I'm going to be highlighting the location side of these PGL standings. 10th place is the Blue Brick in Mankato with 1,357,635 points. With 1,535,195 points in 9th place, we got Devo Sandbar in Gilbert. 8th place is Malone's Bar and Grill in Maple Grove, as they sit with 1,556,614 points. As Brian's Bar and Grill in Stillwater sits in 7th with 1,564,375 points. With 1,592,730 points in 6th place, we have the Wheelhouse of Anoka. As 5th place is the Midtown Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,940,109 points. With 1,953,980 points, in 4th place, we got the Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. 3rd place is the Boulevard Bar and Grill in Coon Rapids, as they sit with 2,045,665 points. With 2,096,750 points in 2nd place, we got the Third Crossing Bar and Grill in Frosty. as our #1 location is the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato, as they sit with 2,655,225 points. Great job to the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato and all of those awesome locations that have earned so many points throughout our great seasons. We got about 30 seconds to get enrolled into this game number 11. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said, a double must-go prize will be available in this game. And as you guys compete for some great prizes, I'd like to remind you that when you're playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces. And if you happen to hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message right next to you. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. Anyway, you're having a good time playing Pilot games, we'd love to see it. So share those photos by either direct messaging us onto Facebook or posting them with the hashtag Pilot Games or emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We cannot wait to see all the fun moments you guys capture out there. Definitely a great opportunity there. As we get after it, I do have a bit of Timberwolves news we can talk about real quick. As Julius Randle scored 18 and Rudy Gobert had 17 points and 12 rebounds to lead the Minnesota Timberwolves past the Los Angeles Lakers 109-80 on Monday night. Naz Reid and Nickeil Alexander-Walker each scored 15 for the Wolves, who limited the Lakers to their lowest point total since the 122-73 loss to Dallas in the 2017 according to Sport Radar. Anthony Edwards was held to only 8 points on 3 of 13 shooting for the Wolves, but his Olympic teammates LeBron James and Anthony Davis were just as quiet for the Lakers. Well, definitely a great win for us there. Definitely one we needed to see go down, as we hope to see us continue to succeed here as we take on the Clippers tomorrow in Minnesota. We'll be taking them on at 9:30 p.m. Should be a fun matchup as we stick around, taking on the LA teams, as we just played the Lakers, now taking on the Clippers. Hopefully we can get a clean sweep of the LA matchups and get ourselves back into a winning record, as I know much of us want to see that after having such high hopes for this team heading into this season. 10-10, even though it's good, it's not quite what we were hoping for. But the gelling of this team is happening. We see each and every week, I feel like we're getting better defensively, limiting those turnovers just a little bit more, getting more fluid on the offensive end, and we hope to see that continue to succeed. As we get after, though, I would like to give a shout out to a different Minnesota sports team that we actually teamed up with to create a fun ETAB game. That ETAB game is called Twins Win. It's a great ETAB game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for, as you guys could check out the Home Run Derby bonus round in that game, where if you pick out the right lucky batter, you'll be taking home a Grand Slam prize. I love that ETAB game, themed after one of our great Minnesota sports teams. We do have Jeff H. right now 1 ball away as they're competing for the double must-go prize of $47.50. That does mean our minor jackpot will be clicking up in this next matchup from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a great time as we get after. Let's see. Call Me Jen over at Bennett's Chop and Rail House. We'll be taking home that win of $47.50. Congratulations to our biggest game day bingo player out there getting another win. Congratulations to you, Call Me Jen. We will now be getting enrolled into this next game. This next game will be the final one of lunchtime game day bingo that I'll be live with you guys for. So get enrolled and press plays. We'll have that 54 ball or less minor prize continuing to grow as we get enrolled. As we get enrolled, I would like to give a quick shout out to anybody celebrating their birthday on today. It is a fantastic December 3rd, and so if your birthday's on December 3rd, shout out to you guys, and we shoot some luck out to you as you get after it here in these games. I would like to also highlight some fun celebrity birthdays that you share your birthday with. Starting off with 1960, born on today, Julianne Moore, the American actress from Magnolia, and The Kids Are All Right. She's also in quite a few other things as well. Big-time actress. The Room Next Door, May December, Still Alice, Hannibal, Kingsman, The Golden Circle, Boogie Nights. Lots of big works like that she has starred in throughout the early 90s to current modern day movies. Definitely a great one. She is known for her portrayals of emotionally troubled women in independent films and for her roles in some great, great blockbusters. Next up, born on today in 1965, we got Andrew Stanton, the American Academy Award winning animator and film director, who worked on things such as Wall-E, Finding Nemo, Toy Stories, John Carter, A Bug's Life, and so many others. He also is a voice actor as well. Worked at Pixar for many, many years. Awesome that we get to highlight such a innovative person within the movie industry. As we move on to our next celebrity birthday, another person within movies. It's born on today in 1968. We got American actor Brendan Fraser. He is a part of the Mummy films, Gods and Monsters, as well as Journey to the Center of the Earth, George of the Jungle, and just more recently, coming out in 2022 with mass critical acclaim, The Whale came out. Very, very impressive stuff. Brendan Fraser, a very accomplished actor, and won numerous awards for his roles in those movies. Next up, born on today in 1985, we got Amanda Seyfried, the American actress from Mamma Mia, as well as The Dropout. She also stars in other works such as Mean Girls, In Time, Ted 2, Jennifer's Body. Lots of big works for her. Very popular actress, born on today. And that's it for my celebrity list that I'll be going over today, as we already got 26 balls dropped in this matchup. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this game. As we get after it in this matchup with players already 9 balls away, I'd like to go over a quick This Day in History. On December 3rd, 1947, Marlon Brando, famous cry of Stella, first booms across a Broadway stage, electrifying the audience in the Ethel Barrymore Theater during the first ever performance of the Tennessee Williams play, A Streetcar Named Desire. Obviously, a huge one there. Marlon Brando, a heartthrob throughout those late 40s, early 50s. Fun one that we get to highlight here on today. But as we finish up this game right here, I do have a player spotlight, as MPSC over at Blasco's Embassy Bar is our player spotlight of the week, due to them taking home $78,909 this past weekend. And over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, they support the St. Peter Red Men Club. Their mission is to promote patriotism and the American way of life, to provide social activities for the members, and to support various charitable programs. An awesome charity that you guys are supporting over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, as you guys are all supporting different charities all across Minnesota. As we do have TRF slots over at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls, taking home our final win of $22.70. Enjoy a little Lucky 4 bingo, as well as some more game day bingo. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins. Have a good one.